Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Jaded, and as everyone knows, the Friends and Family Beta has been going on for a while now. I just wanted to highlight a few people who are making an effort to bring us some content, you know, the people who don't have access to the beta. So the first one being Sinark123. I'm sorry if I got your name wrong. Could be Sinark, could be Sinark. But if you're just looking for raw, you know, high quality 1080p footage of the game, no commentary, just, you know, high quality video, high quality audio, straight raw gameplay footage, I would definitely check this guy out. One video to note, he comes upon a random event, is what they're called, within the game where you activate it, and then like it's sort of like a horde mode where you're in a room and then all these mobs spawn around you and you just have to survive. Which we've never seen before, and they never really talked about before. So it's really cool to see them adding these different little things into the game. And it's crazy to think about this, because imagine 4-player co-op, not only 4-player co-op, but Inferno and on hardcore. Just imagine that for a second. Alright, the next person I want to highlight is Mr. Titus 1492. So if you have a 16x10 monitor like me, 1920 by 1200 resolution, if you head on over to his channel, pick any of his videos, and put it on original, because YouTube has the option, if you don't do 1080p, you could see the original resolution, and it pulls up the original file. Go ahead and do that, and you will see the closest we're gonna see to actually playing the game on your computer, because it's so crisp, it's so smooth, it's the next best thing. And some of his videos have audio peak problems, like it'll start to get to a crackly point when an explosion happens or something, but just the video, like the video quality alone is enough to go check it out. And he displays some cool monk gameplay that really shows off like how fast that character is and how nimble he can be moving through the map, killing monster after monster. Like, it's really fast, and it got me wanting to check out the monk for sure. And then the third person or group of people I want to highlight is Vesmar Entertainment. So the previous two don't have commentary, they're not doing commentary on the videos, it's just raw gameplay. But Vesmar Entertainment, it's like 4 people if I'm not mistaken, who do commentary, they do co-op gameplay. And the one video I would check out is their 3 Witch Doctor playthrough. Witch Doctor being probably my least favorite. I'm probably not gonna check it out until after I've checked every other class out. But after watching this, it just looks like a ton of fun going through with 3 Witch Doctors, spamming, you know, all your summons like frogs. It's just the entire screen filled with insanity. And also they do other videos where they talk about things like the banner system, and they give some like rough guides on some of the skills. So they definitely been putting out a lot of content worth checking out, and all 3 of those guys I would go ahead, I'll make sure to link them in the description so you guys can go check those videos out I talked about. So go show them some love, go subscribe, as the closed beta should be coming up pretty soon. So alright, so the community site recently got a huge chunk of information added, a lot of skill data, skill trees, rune effects you can go and tool around with and just learn a lot about the game, because not all of this content that's on the community site right now is in the beta, and you won't get it until the official game's out unless they bring out some more, like a different beta for us to try out before the game comes out. So getting all this information's pretty big, and it's a lot to look through actually. You will spend a good portion of your day checking out all the rune effects and just trying to come up with builds and things. And it's laid out in exactly how it looks in-game, which is really cool. I love how they did that. They just took a lot of the in-game assets and built it into this web interface, so you can just check it out really easily. It's really easy to read. And after looking through a lot of these, it's hard to not think these are some of these things seem really overpowered. For example, Looking at one of the barb skills here, Warcry, which sounds like an amazing skill already. So it's got a 30-second cooldown and it generates 30 fury when you use it. It basically buffs you and your friends to increase the armor by 100% for 60 seconds. So this should never be down, having a 30-second cooldown. It should always be up. And so let's take a look at some of the runes. We got increase max life by 50% and regenerate 479 life. So almost 500 life a second while affected by Warcry. So 500 life a second. This could either be a typo, because I've seen on other skills like 37 a second or like really low numbers, seeing 500 life a second. Now these are level 7 runes. These are like end game runes. You probably won't have them for a very, very long time. But yeah, we have no idea like what your health's gonna be at level 60 with endgame gear. So who knows? These things might not be as overpowered as they sound. But yeah, I just like, after reading all these, I just can't wait to get in game and play around with these runes, you know? There are already people on forums and on Reddit, etc., linking their builds and discussing with other people, coming up with really interesting combinations of runes and skills. Like, this system leads to a lot of innovation and a lot of testing that we're gonna get to do when the game actually comes out. So I can't wait to see, you know, when the game's actually out, what people come up with and what is actually viable, you know, what works in PvP and what has like insane possibilities in PvE, etc. So another thing that came up on the community site was the fact that PayPal is gonna be doing all the transactions with their microtransaction real-life money currency auction house on Diablo 3. I'm not going to talk a lot about this because I don't think it's a big shocker. I know some people really despise PayPal because they take such big chunks of money out, and I'm not a fan myself, but PayPal is pretty much the leading business or service in this situation, so I don't think anyone's surprised, and we'll just have to wait and see how much they actually take out. And if there's any problems with it, we can't say at this point. They obviously have a deal with Blizzard, so they're not probably going to do their normal thing, and it's going to be much more friendly to people doing these transactions. But like I said, doesn't really affect me, don't really care one way or the other. Alright, and the final thing I'm going to talk about, there was a complete art asset leak, or I don't want to say leak, but someone went through and took out all of the art assets from the UI, from the end game, you know, maps, anything that was a graphic, and put it into JPEG format, put it all in a folder, and I'm gonna link that to you guys. It does contain spoilers. There are things like Diablo's portrait and, you know, various other things that people could consider spoilers. They're not a big deal to me. The awesome part for me is I get to go through and see like how Blizzard works with their UI and like how much work actually went into this game. It's insane. It's insane, all the different little UI elements that they put together for this game, and it's really impressive. So if you don't want spoilers, I don't know why you would watch a show about Diablo. It makes no sense to me. But yeah, you can go ahead and check that out. I'll link that in the description. So that's gonna do it, guys. Hopefully the closed beta comes out soon and we all get our hands on it, so we get to check the game out. But until then, we got videos to watch, we got skills to read, we got builds to create, so you shouldn't be too bored. But anyways, thanks guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Later.